conference to a close, I would like to invite Dr. Itai Matumbike.
I was just trying to unmute myself before I started speaking. First of all, I would like to thank Chinwe and the Association of Black Psychiatrists team for putting such an event together. It's been, such a wealth of knowledge and lived experience and expertise shared tonight that it will be almost impossible to do it justice in just a few comments at the end. I think one of the difficulties of speaking last is that all the clever things have been said, and there's a real challenge trying to capture what all the sort of salient and poignant points that have been made. Unfortunately, due to some very pressing work commitments, I was only able to join after 5, so I missed the poster presentation, some of the popular culture and music and movies and mental health, which is something that's very, very close to my heart. Anyone who's seen some of my recent tweets will know that I sort of draw on entertainment and movies to try and teach medical students about the practice of psychiatry. I have, however, had an opportunity to enjoy Dr. Pedersen's presentation looking at stigma, barriers to access, and it was also very good to hear about the efforts being made by the NHS Race and Equality Observatory. I was really impacted on by Dr. Lisa Quinto and Yemi Adekunte's presentation. Some of the stuff that was presented there I can identify with as a Black psychiatrist, as a senior leader in the NHS. I've seen these things happen. I've seen how some of the weathering and microaggression has really sort of, stopped people from stepping up to take on, more senior roles in the NHS, simply because, of that elephant that's in the room. Racism still exists. It may not be, as overt as it was in the 70s, but there's still very, very subtle ways in which people who have issues with the color of one's skin are able to sort of make life very, very difficult for said individuals. I think listening to the presentation on Sene's Law really saddened me. Because interesting enough, during my specialist training, there was quite, a lot of discussion about the Bennett inquiry and how, there had to be lessons learned about de-escalation and sort of avoiding, physical restraint or bad practices in physical restraint. But it seems we haven't learned from that. We haven't evolved, as a society. And why is that? I often think that as Black psychiatrists, we have got a real important responsibility for being Black and being, practitioners of psychiatry, knowing that there is a gross overrepresentation of, Black people in secure mental health services and detained under the Mental Health Act. That overrepresentation speaks to, not just the health inequalities and not just to the stigma that exists, but a number of social factors which have to change, really have to change. And it's not just about, putting new laws in place. It's not just about, sound bites in the media. It's about actually putting structures in place to address some of these concerns that exist. And I'm really grateful, to the hard work that's been done, with the focus groups looking at how we can actually implement real change in the NHS and beyond to tackle racism and mental health. So I do thank everyone for their contributions to tonight. I thank the audience for bearing with us and lasting the distance well beyond the 6 o'clock end time. I do wish that this event had been a little bit longer, to be quite honest. But I'm sure Chinwe and the team will be organising plenty more events such as tonight, so that we can learn and we can share ideas, and collectively we can make some really positive changes in the society that we live in. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And on that note, I would like to say thank you very much for your attendance, and please look out for a recording on our website. Keep in touch with us via Twitter, and also we've got a YouTube channel, so do keep in touch. The membership form is there. We encourage all to join. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, that the more hands the better. Thank you and have a good evening. Bye.